everyone, and welcome to my reaction to Dragon Ball episode. We just watched 21, so now I'm going to watch 22. That was a disgusting episode that I just saw. But it's so very early shonen. But like you guys know, I have already watched Gintama, so I'm used to gross episodes. I think my least favorite episode though of Gintama was an episode where the whole thing was about some snot. And as much as I loved Gintama's poop jokes and everything in between and the blah, 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 that one snot episode, I was not having it. But the last episode was really funny still, at least. And it was just one episode, so let's move on. It's quite cool, though, to have a villain that you can't just beat him with strength. He's actually, there are other techniques. It's kind of like there's a lesson in that. If you remember the Naruto versus Kiba fight, Naruto also used a fart against Kiba to win. I feel like that's the inspiration. I honestly wouldn't say everything. I'm maybe, but my dad's brothers used to tickle him until he pees. And I'm sure that at some point brothers fart in each other's faces, or even sisters and brothers. My point is that some of these things are just inspired by children being children, maybe. Honestly, Toshi's mayo habit makes me the most queasy. I try not to think about that too much, to be honest with you, but I personally don't have any brothers or sisters, but I know that brothers and sisters fight like this, kids fight like this. My mom's brother once threw a dart at her and it landed straight up on her head like this, so. The Naruto part was clean and less visual. This one was crazy, directly inside the nose. And it was going on for so long, and he literally dug around his crotch. Like, that was horrifying to see, honestly. That was so much worse than Pafu Pafu and all the other things. Oh, by the way, I'm reading the manga after watching, obviously. So yesterday I finished chapter 14 or 15. It was the episode or the chapter where Oolong, as Bulma, lets Muten Roshi Pafu Pafu, right? So she takes her top off, and then you can legit see the outline of the boobie, but also some nipple. And there was a part where Yamcha saw Bulma's boobs through the window, but it was all foamy, so we couldn't see in the chapter. But then afterwards, Puar was leading him away because he was shocked, right? And his eyes were bulging, but it wasn't his eyes. It was boobs. There were boobs. And it had little nipples. Oh my gosh. It was hilarious. That was probably my favorite part in the manga so far. Anyway, let's jump into the episode. Yeah, no, I'm skipping. I don't need to see this all again. Wait. Yamucha versus, I can't read. That is maybe a key. Oh, Jackie Chun. I only know the key, and I don't know the rest because it's all in it's probably because it's name, so it's all in katakana. Jackie Chun. I like how he said it. Oh, shame. He's got a sad backstory. I'm rooting for you, my dude, unless her backstory is more sad. Oh. What? Are they in an eating competition now? They're making me hungry. Kuka? Oi! what is Kame-sennin's plan here? Like, he obviously could beat Yamcha, but why would he want to? Does he also want the prize money? Gentleman. Oh, that reminds me. Someone spoiled me on who Bulma ends up with. I banned them, but the damage was already done. Maybe a part of my mind somewhere knew, but I didn't consciously remember at all. So I was under the impression that I banned them anyway. No, because when they said it, that's when my subconscious mind went, oh, yeah, I remember something like that now. Whoa. Whoa. What did he do? Is he actually planning to go all out? Like, well, not all out, but is he planning to win or get how far? Whoa. Oh, Yamcha. Ah. No? Whoa. Oh, because that's oh, not ah. I don't know what that one is. It looks kind of like, oh, maybe wa? Wa. Whoa. Oh. Oof. I don't understand his plan. Oh, Yamcha. I want to just give Yamcha a hug. Oh, you know what's cool? Like, I was just thinking about using different techniques. And that one guy, Bacterian, he used his stink power. And she seems to have like a lot of beauty power. But he is a monk guy type of, I don't, like he's removed from worldly desires, you know, doesn't really get, well, he gets hungry because he's still a man, but it seems like he is more trying to focus. What if her power is stink power too? Well, to be honest, I hate when people wear too much perfume because it makes me nauseous. Perfume in general, like I have perfume. I bought it for myself. It's so cute little, but I can't wear it because it's just too strong and then I get nauseous when I wear it. So it could be stink power, but in a different way. But I was just thinking maybe she could use like her feminine ways. Like whenever a woman fights Sanji. But he might not fall for it. So I'm rooting for him because I'm trying to predict who might win this because I don't know. But I'm hoping for this guy because but he's not going to win the whole thing. So how is this village going to get the water? He can read You really are the best luck I have. I just got 2 Luoka and his weapon, and I still have wishes. Congratulations. I'm a yellow belt in karate. I can confirm we learned to read minds. I have a bad feeling about this. Like, they're giving us his sad backstory to make us more sad when he loses. Or, I don't know. Please. When? Oh, God. Don't let her trick you. Whoa. She doesn't need to use her feminine wiles. Oh, God. Oh. Kick her! Bitchy, bitchy girl. Kick her! Kick her! Equality! She's in a fight! Oh, God. You're doing this for your village! Good. You do that. Punch that mole right over her face! Oh no, she's gonna go topless. Well, crap. Think of her as a man! Yes! Now move on to the fight! This is not the time and place! Kick her butt! Smack her boobs! Close your eyes! Use your other senses! Kick her in the face! Think of your village! Yeah, think of that little boy. He's thirsty. This bitch is just... Bah! She's not worth it. Not the time and the place. Yes. Kick, kick. Yes. Yay. Oh, mother. Someone kick him in the face. Yeah, Namu! Numa! I would have liked to see her get kicked in the face, though. I'm not gonna lie. But everyone has to use their... I'm not, how to say... Like, one time I was rooting for Luffy and not for Blackbeard. And I said, like, oh, I hate you, Blackbeard. You suck. You did something stupid. Blah, 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 blah. Like, and then someone was like, well, actually, Luffy has done something similar. And they're all pirates. And, my God. I obviously have a character that I'm rooting for. So you're just going to talk smack about the other character. That's just how it is. That's not to say she's not allowed to fight like that. Just like that first guy was allowed to fight with his stench. But of course, I'm rooting for a certain character for a certain reason. So whatever the other character does, I'm going to be like, boo, boo. We talked about that once in our reaction to Haikyuu, where when there's two teams, it's apparently like culturally acceptable to talk smack about the other team. Like, but these were children at that time, so I was really pissed off. I wasn't pissed off, but I was like you can't do that to children, right? You can't like scream at children on a freaking volleyball court and tell them, because obviously I get sports and da 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 da, but when children come into the mix, I'm a little bit more sensitive, I guess. But anyway, these are fictional characters, so of course I'm not gonna be fair. I'm just gonna root for the one I care about more, because it's a battle. It's a fighting shobun, or whatever you can call it. You just shouldn't. So yeah, she was allowed to use her technique the same way that the other guy used his technique, and everyone's allowed to use their, whatever benefits you have in life, use it to the best of your ability. If you're smart, I mean, that doesn't mean you should. Just because you are beautiful doesn't mean you should parade around on a martial arts stage in your underwear. There's a time and a place for things. But my point is that I think that if you're smart, use your smarts. If you're if you're beautiful, use that. If you're rich, use your money. Like, everyone has different kinds of talents and benefits in life, so just use what you can in the best way that you think you can, because obviously there is a right way and a wrong way to use things as well, but that's a whole other topic. Or I wouldn't say a right way or wrong way to use it, but in terms of time, or what to use it for, because that's all debatable. But yeah, we don't have to go into. Some parents on kids' sports are worse, to be honest. Insanely bad example. Yeah, one time Hanke and I went to watch some kids play golf. Like, we just watched the last couple of, like, hole 17 and 18 or something. We just went to see. And I was hearing this one mom talk about her son and how shit he's been playing, and how, oh my God, and I was feeling so bad about this kid. Like, this kid is 10. He's 10. He doesn't need to be good at golf. But he was good. He was just not up to her standard, and she doesn't know what's wrong with him these days. I think you're what's wrong with him these days. And I remember posting about that. Not about the specific mom or anything. I was sharing that I heard this mom talk about in this way about her son. And some people were saying that, they're from a certain kind of family, and that's how things were there as well. And even though, that might not be the best way to do things, they also feel like it pushed them forward. And, each person, to each their own. But I couldn't imagine. Thankfully, my parents weren't like that. Sometimes I remember telling my dad once I wished he had pushed me a bit more in certain, because I gave up on things easily. And then they didn't really motivate me at all. They were like, okay. And sometimes I do remember telling them, like, I wish you pushed me a bit more. But at the same time now, looking even more, like, I said that to my dad when I was around 20. But now I'm 30, and now I'm like, oh no, actually I'm glad you didn't push me. Because I found my own way and my own things, right? If he had pushed me, no, I'm glad he didn't. I have to tell him again. Yeah, there's no right or wrong way to raise kids. Wait, there is a right way. Watch anime with them. Because I get exposed to, I mean, all these kinds of funny events and characters. And then when you can just have that conversation with them, I mean, it opens up discussion, right? And if you can just have open and honest discussions, like, what kind of person do you want to be? What kind of character do you like most? Why? Like, just having conversations with your kids, I think, is very important. And especially shows like, I mean, Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto. In the end, it teaches very good morals and stuff. So eventually, you don't have to force your kids to watch or anything. But I mean, if they enjoy this kind of stuff and you talk to them about it, I think that they will inevitably learn some right things. Shows like Evangelion. Oh, yes, Evangelion is a good one. As soon as my kid is 3, I'll watch Evangelion with them. Some parents are overprotective of the kids. I feel that doesn't help the kid. Well, we're not really talking about overprotectiveness, but we're talking about people who, like, verbally abuse their children. Obviously, the other extreme is as dangerous as, like, both extremes are not good. But I don't know if there's a right way, but I know there's a wrong way. I think there are worse ways and better ways, but right and wrong is difficult. But when we talk about extremes, yeah, there have to be some things that this is off limits. This is off limits. But that's something we have to decide as a society, right? Like, that's a whole other conversation. Yo. Because, South Africa has a lot of different cultures. So there's a lot of different ways people raise kids. So it's tough to actually talk about. But keeping it relevant to Dragon Ball, everyone was allowed to fight however they want. The rules were just no poking in the eyes, no kicking in the crotch, although you can scratch your crotch and that's fine. So no one broke any rules, but obviously the point that I wanted to make is that when I'm talking smack at the character, it's just because I'm rooting for the other side. And they're just fictional characters, so I'm not hurting anyone's feelings here. In case someone was going to come up for Lu Fan or, I liked her technique. I enjoyed it as much as the next guy, but they really made me feel for Namu's village, and I just didn't want him to lose. So, okay. I'll see you guys next time for episode 20, 23, and 24. Lan Fan also shows that she can fight. Yeah. She's very strong. But her trump card was if that didn't work, if her strength wasn't enough, she has a trump card. So just like Bulma. She's very smart, but she also knows she's a cute girl, so she uses that to her advantage when necessary. The only problem is that sometimes it backfires, and then you have this skibbe older man wanting to puffer you the whole time. But then she punches him in the face, and all is well again. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay. I'm hungry. I'm gonna get a small snack. Maybe if we have grapes or a banana or something. And then, whoops. Red. Oh,